What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and in today's video, I know you can't really see this well, but you see this dent right here? We got some scuffing and stuff in the paint. We're going to take care of that. I know you're going, what is this? Not this. This. Alright guys, welcome on back to TK's Garage. We actually have a couple of different areas we're going to address on this Nissan Rogue. Mostly this right here. Now this, I can't really address without a rattle can, but we'll get some of this scuffing out. The scuffing here on the light, if it will come out, and this stuff right here. And then we'll also address some of the plastics that are kind of loose and whatnot around on this vehicle. Snap in, little stuff like when we see, you can see kind of how the tabs and stuff are off on this. We'll get all that stuff tightened up. So, as my good dude Eric would say, get your popcorn ready and we'll get to work. It looks like we're missing a piece of trim right there. Get that ordered. I guess it looks like that, huh? No, that's a separate. Oh, that is the tow hitch plug. That's a big ass piece of plastic for a tow. We will try to address all of this loose plastic crap that we can, as well as this. Now this, I don't think is completely in the paint. And I don't think, I'm not a PDR expert, but I think I can push this dent out in this area. But I can get rid of some of that stuff with some basic quick detailer and the back of a sponge. Pause. It actually looks like we got a couple of different spots to address. I'm really going to use a sponge, like a regular dish sponge. Look at that already. It literally is just barely scuffing the paint. Look how, I didn't even have to, this is crazy. I didn't even apply any quick detailer to it. That's just a sponge. It's almost like a magic eraser. Look at this. Look at these scratches right here. Watch this. Now, full disclosure. I washed this car before, look at those scratches just disappeared. That's insane. Okay. The real test is, let me turn the light on here. I want to see if it'll get these out. I know someone's going to say, oh, you voiced this over or backed it up. And I didn't. I promise I didn't. Alright, we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to actually use the quick detailer on this. And let's see what happens with the back. Alright, my battery's too low for my flash, huh? Well, you see this right here, right? Let me see what happens. With just a straight sponge. No way. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I see it. A little bit. Okay. Let me go plug this in so we have some juice so we can use the damn flash for this video. Alright. So hitting this thing with a towel and some detailer showed me a couple things. Whatever scuffed, as I got more of the, what do you call it? The paint transfer from whatever the other vehicle was. When you see this is wet, it looks good, right? You know what? I think if I hit this with some compound and a DA, it might look better. But I would need to get these out first. Now, I've tried to access in here, and without having, and you can even see where it's completely gone from the push. But I think hitting it with a DA with a high-speed buffer and some cutting compound probably would make that look a bazillion times better. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? And you'll see like some of the now it cleans up a little bit, but as it dries, it starts to come back out after getting that paint transfer off. You can really see it. And there really isn't much you can do with that. I have a feeling that's going to require maybe some wet sanding. But you see this dent right here, if you look at the beginning of the video, this was creased. It's not so much now. This one, there's not much I could do to get that one out, man. That one is just miserable. Would be the way to put it. Miserable. So let's move to the back and see if we can. Yeah, you can even see the little crease right here in the fender line. I'm not a PDR guy. Now, I could put some stuff on here to kind of mask that, and we're going to do that. And we'll see how it looks when we're done. But let's get to the back of the vehicle and get that taken care of. All right, I've already sprayed this with some spot detailer. Two things that are important. Yellow side, not green side. Yellow side. All right. And it has enough. It's not, you don't really want to scour it, you know what I'm saying? You just want to have a little bit of pressure with the sponge, and you should be able to get a lot of that paint transfer off, or whatever it's scuffed this clear coat off. Now you saw back here when we started, now you can still see it right here with the direct light on it, and if I come back at different angles you'll see it more, but it's nowhere near as pronounced as it was before. And with a little bit elbow grease, and again, I don't have any cutting compound here. You know, the right thing to do here would be hit this with some cutting compound, and that would come right out. The quick detailer has its limitations, but it's doing a pretty decent job here, I think. Try to get these lines out. All right, after some good old-fashioned elbow grease, if you look really close, you can see a little bit of that right there, but the rest of that stuff, look at that shiny, glittery paint. Now, I really couldn't get the angle to get this here under the taillight. I tried. God, I tried. But I don't have enough to get that elbow grease in there. Like I said, if I had some cutting compound, this would come out. But you see a little bit of that line right here, but all of that is gone. I mean, again, I said I can't really do much about that. I need some different sizes and grit of sandpaper and a rattle can and some clear to kind of patch that. But there we go. That rear quarter looks a ton better, and we fixed, for the most part, this fiberglass crap. I mean, not fiberglass, plastic crap that was looking like straight dog crap. We got some of this other crap off of the fenders and wheels. Clean some of this stuff up. Be easy. Oh, look at how easy Nissan makes these things come off. And what's crazy is they're really not even off. They're just off of their track. And it's that, like, I don't know. I've talked crap about Nissans before. Ultimas, Maximas, all that stuff, because it's all plastic and it doesn't stay together well. Look at the stuff coming off of this as I wipe it and just clean it. And this thing was washed like very thoroughly, so to see that stuff come off is crazy. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? All right, that whole rear quarter, those scratches are gone. Again, I can't do much about that, but all the way down that side now, she looks good. Same thing here up front. You noticed this that was sticking out is a lot more tight. It was literally just missing 2 snaps there. This on this side what you see, you can still see some of the things. The clips are broken, so there's not much I can do about that. Same thing with this scuff or scratch or whatever that is there. I'm guessing that is part of whatever happened there, but we'll knock the rest of this out here, try to get this clean. I'm see if I can get the scuff from that, whatever that accident was. This is the one side time I can use the green part, right? It's on plastic. To get this off, see if I can get that out. Then we'll come back and then I'll apply some applicator stuff there to that fender so you can't really see the bad stuff in the paint. All right, guys, so looking here, you can see where the plastic is kind of dug in from whatever that. I'm guessing something must have hit this whole side and took this out. But you can see with a little elbow grease there, a lot of that paint transfer is gone. And if I just work on this for a little bit longer, you know, it ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll look better. Still looks better now. Most of that paint transfer is gone after some simple cleanup on that plastic. All right, let's try to address that discoloration in the paint. Again, it's still gonna need to be PDR'd, but that front dent is out, and we'll take care of that back dent. Don't see that lightness in the clear coat anymore, huh? You see how that works? Now, as I said, this crease in that dent is not going to come out without a proper PDR kit. I just don't have it. Believe me, I tried. I tapped. I did everything I could. And you can see this here, nice and clean. But the one difference you see now is, remember, it was kind of like when the paint transfer got off, you could kind of see like the clear was faded here. And I know you're going to say, well, TK, did you get a DA? Did you get some cutting compound? Nope. See, what we use in this thing, and I know you're going to be like, that's cheating, that doesn't work. Yeah, actually it does. Baby oil, bath tissue. I know you're going to say no way, but let me show you. Baby oil, bath tissue. Okay? Literally take this and you put it on here, only on, and it doesn't take a lot. It's like 3 or 4 drops. And what this does is it gets that part of the clear that was faded and kind of like, you know how they say going from ashy to classy Now, still need some PDR. Now, that's not the only thing I did. Once I got done doing this with the baby oil, and I let it sit for about 1.5 hours, I also hit it with some ceramic coating spray on. That's it. Now, the fading that you would have saw on that, oh, I can still see a little bit of that dent in the front. That kind of sucks. The fading that you saw on this before is now gone. And back here, on a couple of these other spots, we're actually able to go from ashy to classy. Look at that. See that? Ashy to classy, baby. Ashy to classy. And what that does, remember that area I couldn't get? Look at this. Remember that area I couldn't get really good? Watch this. Now what I'll do is I'll apply this. Look at that. Oh, you can still see it a little bit. I'll apply this. I'll let it dry, which, you know, it's oil. It doesn't really dry, but it kind of sets in there a little bit. And then I'll hit it with some ceramic coating, and voila. Bitch. I got you. Same thing on the lens. Look at this. This is one of the things I used to do. Look at the stuff coming out on the plastic. This is the same thing I used to do with my old BMWs when my lenses were getting bad. A little bit of this, a little baby oil, bam, done. All right, there you go. For the most part, that's cleaned up. That puts this thing in much, much better condition. I'm going to tighten up a couple other things on this thing real quick, and then we'll come back to finish. All right, last things last. We got this plastic as much reconditioned as we could. You can see some of the stuff there from that scuff. Even with the applicator applied to that, you still see it through there. But that paint looks a million times better right there. I mean, those dents are those dents, but some of the scuffs and stuff, unfortunately, in the plastics are going to show through, even when I try to hide it with this applicator. And you can see how clean that looks, right? Nice and shiny, all the plastics looking good in the neighborhood. Alrighty, well, I did a little bit more, got a blow dryer out, and I heated up this plastic and pushed a little bit more. I mean, yeah, my flight is really making a bad example of that. Damn, why can't these car companies ever get paint codes right? Look at the paint on the fender and the paint on the plastic. I know plastic and metal looks different, but Jesus. Blend it, dude. Paint the plastics a little bit different color, I guess. Damn. But you'll notice a lot of the lines here now are in there a little bit better, and that's literally just from heating up the plastic and pushing everything back together. And you can see some of that, whatever it was that it hit, the scuff on the tire, which probably caused that damage up here, is gone. I tried to see if I could get that out on the rim, but that was a no-go. These scratches and scuffs you saw up here when I started the video, just using the sponge, look at that. So that was just that, and then putting a little bit of quick detailer on here, and then hitting it with a little bit of the ceramic spray, and that thing looks way better. No scratches or scuffs up on the hood. They went from here to like up there. I'm guessing this was all one incident, but that's all done. The scratch and scuff, I mean, oh, wait a minute. Let me find out. Hold on, give me a second. All right, I'm officially fired. That's taken care of. Clean, gone. And there wasn't any other scuffs or anything here. I did take care of, oh, is there some scratching right here? Look like some scratches here in the paint. This quick detailer stuff, which I know you're going to say, this is like a cheat code, TK. It is. The sponge is not like a microfiber cloth. It's not abrasive, but it has just enough where it kind of like amplifies your elbow grease. You got to make sure it's actual sponge too, right? This is actual sponge. Don't use that side, this side. And what it will do with stuff like quick detailer, those scratches, I still see a little bit one right here. That might be a little deeper. I mean, scratches are always going to be much easier to go away with a DA, right? With some cutting compound. But look at that. Just with some quick detailer, boom. All right. I think we're good here. Oh, and just to finish up, how did the baby oil and stuff look here on the rear? Looked good, except I have OCD. I still see that little tiny line, which I'm pointing out to you here, and this one little scuff right here. But for the most part, I go back a foot, and that's it. Clean. So there you have it. Simple scratch and dents. I mean, look, you'd be surprised just cleaning up a couple of things like that, how much more it adds in value to your car if you're trying to sell it. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below if you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I don't have the appropriate tools to do what I needed to do, but I needed to get this car addressed today, and I wanted to knock it out. So we went ahead and did it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned. There'll be more of a story on this coming soon. I'm gonna get the PDR kit, and we're gonna get that done. But till next time. Whoopee!